What's up, everybody? Welcome back to West Coast Popcast. It is your boys, the final boss and the main man, Zach, here for another week 5, episode 5 of Marvel's Secret Invasion. We've been going strong with this one, we've been sticking with it. We hope you guys are enjoying it as much as we are. A lot to talk about here. A lot to talk about. It's another short episode. We're going to get into it. But, Zach, how's your week going? Are you ready to talk about Marvel Secret Invasion?
I'm ready. It is blazing hot here in LA, and I hope it's fine wherever you are and you're enjoying your summer because this is it. One more episode left, and I'm ready to discuss where all this intersects into the rest of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah. Season finale is coming up, man. I'm excited. I just hope they go out with a bang. A lot of stuff getting shaken up here in Hollywood and Marvel, DC, Disney, all that stuff. So we'll see what goes forward for these characters. Let us know what you guys like about some of these characters, some of these new ones. I've talked about through the series. Olivia Colman, she's killing it. The Mother of Dragons is killing it. But we're gonna get into it, man. Episode 5. We start off with Nick Fury still with the president, rushing him to the hospital. He's trying his best to get in his ear, tell him, listen, do not trust the Skrulls. Don't trust Rhodey. They're all after us. He's trying to do his best. I love how he stops his chair right in front of the doors and says, I'm holding my post right here. I love it, man. We're getting an aggressive Fury. And it was a good start. It was a great start, I thought.
It was, and I loved it even more because it's more dialogue between Don Cheadle and Samuel Jackson, who Samuel Jackson is just doing a great job communicating with the actors on screen, especially Olivia Colman and Don Cheadle. But I love the fact that Don Cheadle comes in, where's the president? Right down there, sir. Well, we're just giving away information like that. Like, it was a nice line in there. I loved it. So I just love how loose this Rhodey is. And Kevin Feige said he hasn't been Rhodey the whole time we've seen him in the MCU. So
Before the show ends, I need them to confirm where Rhodey is and how long he's been a Skrull so I could get some type of backtrack here because we're supposed to be leading into Armored Wars, I thought. Whether that was a show or movie, I'm so
yes.
confused. And I hope we get this, witty, loose gun, one liner Rhodey because he's on fire right now. I think Don Cheadle's having fun with it as well.
I think so too. Ed Fries, Mr. All Power, Black Gallic too. Thank you for joining. Let us know your thoughts on this. Everyone's having fun in here towards the end. I'm going to be honest, when we give our reviews at the end of the episode, I'm not having as much fun with the series as it's rolling along just because this didn't make it feel like a penultimate episode. It just kind of fell flat other than people stealing scenes. So
Yeah. Well, let us know again what you guys think in here. We've been at the end of the episode. We will grade it. We do a grade every week out of 5. So let us know what you guys think. Hit the like button if you guys are enjoying it. Love to see everyone jumping in, man. Really appreciate the support. Um,
film.
Next scene. Where are we taking us, Zach?
We are going next. We are going to Gravik. Gravik says, "You got a problem with me? You insubordination? What? You want to go on strike? F your strike. I'm Disney, and I'll just kill you until you go homeless." Look, Gravik isn't messing around. He's using his Groot powers here and his Super Skrull abilities to keep people in check. He kills his right hand person here, who, I thought was going to have a little bit more to do, but that's
I
fine.
thought so too.
Yeah, but then he goes Super Skrull. He kills him with a knife, which I thought was weird because there's still two powers we need to see from the Super Skrull Gravik here, and that is the ice creature from Thor: The Dark World and the monster,
Oh yeah.
the what's it called? The arm that got cut off. What's his name from
Uh,
Infinity War?
Groot. No, no,
Groot we
the
saw
big guy. What the guy who's with what's his name?
Thanos and
Yeah, yeah. I know you're talking about. Who he it was at the Infinity War, Wakanda's big shield around them. I can't think of the name.
yeah.
There was Ebony Maw, and there was somebody else. The
Let
girl
us know in
that
the
fought
comments
Black
who it
Widow. Yeah, let us
is.
know.
Cole, there we go. Ed Fry is saving us right there. Cole Obsidian. That's what we're still waiting to see here. And let me know in the comments
Yes, I
too.
did say that.
There is someone with a lot of screen time. She's been shown before in the bottom left right there. What's the deal with her? Is it Olivia Colman's character? Is she secretly a Skrull? She didn't answer a question later on in the episode. So let us know. I have to check out IMDb who else is on Armored Wars, but I know they're adding some really good people, kind of like Secret Invasion is. This is your least favorite episode, Ed Fries. Yeah, I'll agree with that, Ed Fries. That statement holds rain with me as well.
I can see why it could be your least favorite. Again, it's a back-to-back short episodes. And I agree with what you said at the end too. Like, add some of my favorite scenes as well. I've loved Gravik so far as the villain, as the leader, and he didn't do any of the stereotypical, oh, you gotta shoot somebody in the first few scenes of you being on screen to establish
Right.
power. But this one felt a little earned, killing his one off, man. And I feel like he's going a little crazy here. His plan, and we get the final reveal where his plan actually isn't to get the Skrulls a home; it's just to get more power.
It is, and you know what? He's fine showing this Super Scroll asshole ability in front of his people because his whole plan is to get them killed anyways. So it is a very diabolical one to start World War III with the Russians and the U.S. So it's kind of it is a madman scheme, and I'm fine with it because it is a slower way to use humans. These Skrulls came to Earth in the 90s. Now they understand humans, using humans to start a war.
Yeah. The other thing with graphic, we have to get in the next episode before it goes off. I need to see. I know they talked about his origins and where he came from, how he survived. I think Ronan killing off his family and his whole like area, but I want to actually see it and see what really caused him to turn as well, and his connection with Nick Fury, because like even with the call later on in the episode, it feels like they still have a connection. Something went right for them, and then something went wrong for them to be on this two opposite sides. You know, they seem very similar in a way,
Right.
at least for me.
Black Alec, what Armor War comic should you get into before that comes out? All I know about Armor War in the comics is it is, I don't want to say it's very boring, but it is a very simplistic way of the government taking over. I cannot remember if this is where, you know how Iron Man had the United States armor in Iron Man 3?
Yeah,
Iron Patriot. I think that's how Iron Patriot came about. But let us know in the comments. Let Black Alec know what comics we should
that
read to
makes
get into
sense.
that. Maria Hill, you don't think she's gone? I think she's gone, Mr. Allpower. The extremists could be making crazy, exactly, just like Mr. Christopher Nolan movie Memento in Iron Man 3 as well. So nice point, Black Alec.
Yeah,
All right.
great stuff in the chat, man. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, really do. And right here, let us know. Nick Fury goes into his office here, his secret office that we saw earlier in the series, where there is meaning, and he explains that to Gaia, the symbolic nature of where this show takes place. If you can figure out anything, this is very, very in front of the camera right here.
Yeah,
All these rubbish removal and stuff. If you can find anything, leave them in the comments. We do check the comments all throughout everything that exists on this channel. So we do comment back. Let us know.
yeah. Let us know. And the other thing, speaking of this scene with him and my girl Amelia Clark, I believe this is their first interaction together on screen in the show.
I think you're right.
I wanted just a little more. It was good scene. They got a lot of cross. I just wanted like a little more from them.
I think that's my whole problem with the show. I just need a little bit more. I even need a
Yeah,
little bit more explaining what's going on, I guess. But
yeah. I completely agree.
New Avengers leaders are Shuri, Captain America, and Shang-Chi. Thoughts on that knock?
I did see that. It like I like Shuri. She's great. The Letitia Wright who plays her is great. It's still I'm still hurt from Chadwick Boseman, but I think it's a good lineup. I can't think of anyone else who would take that role. You have the genius Shuri, who like Iron Man was a genius. You have
Mhm.
Captain America, now being Anthony Mackie's character, and Shang Chi. Who was that third? Shang Chi, definitely not Thor, but we didn't find a Thor powerhouse.
Yeah, maybe a cross between Captain America and Hawkeye with the sense of
I,
humor in
I
there.
could see it. I could see it. I do love him. His movie was great. I know he's having
I
some
liked it
difficulties
too.
with the second movie. I don't know when it's coming out. Oh, Doctor Strange is still around. He got to be in there.
Yeah, he had a comment doing the red carpet for Barbie that he doesn't even know if he's in Secret Wars. So we'll see what happens with that. Everything's pushed aside. Things aren't looking that good for Jonathan Majors
Yeah.
either.
I wasn't worried at first for the MCU, but now I'm starting to get a little bit because now things aren't seeming as tight knit and you know, planned out as it was before.
Yeah. Ed Fry says Doctor Strange, War Machine, Shang-Chi, Captain America, and Spider-Man. That's a good lineup right there, especially if Tom Holland wants to still do. He made
That is
comments
true.
too about not doing Spider that much longer.
He's
We'll
going
see
through
what
some
happens, man. He is. He is. He's taking time off though, and the strike's giving everyone times off to breathe.
yeah.
So, all right. Then we get this. This culminated in more good dialogue. This is just it's good character building. It's just the whole. Again, this is why I like this episode. There are good scenes. It's just the overall storyline of Secret Invasion. I would be lost if I didn't watch other MCU stuff or knew about the comics.
Yeah. I definitely see that too. I I get like because that's kind of like with this the theme of and tone of the show when you get these like spy thriller type. There's not a lot of stuff you have to kind of figure out, and it's not really. But it seems like they're going for that spy thriller, but they don't go all the way. I think that's the theme I'm getting. Like it's good, but I just want a little more.
Yes. There's a plant-based fast food place that just opened up by us. In thought, it's very good, but there's no seasoning on anything. There's barely any sauce. I wanted so much more. It's fine, but it's just like I don't know if I'm gonna return to it. Just like this series, I returned to WandaVision, returned to a couple of the other ones like Loki, but like this one, I don't know. It depends if they stick the landing, which we'll talk about.
Yeah, that's gonna be a huge thing. Amelia Clark's last show she didn't stick the landing, but hopefully this one gets it right.
Yeah, I hope so too. What about the X-Men? You need Wolverine. Wolverine is coming, and Ed Fries has you covered. Deadpool 3, as they do kill off the Fox universe. That has paused filming because of the writer's strike. And the show's going to end totally different from the comics, so we'll all be kind of surprised, especially with what happened at the very end of this episode.
That speaking of that whole Fox thing, the background of that picture, that's like Netflix doing a document or not documentary, the show on Blockbuster. Like, this is so disrespectful, man. You guys are the ones that killed it.
Right. I worked at a Blockbuster and that deal was supposed to go through. We all figured like, oh, are we going to be out of a job or whatever? And like nothing fell through. And then like years later, you're right. That's exactly what it is now.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, so she I forgot her name, Olivia Colman's name in the show here.
I just be calling her Olivia Colman, honestly. Let's go to chat. But I will say this: she's actually becoming quickly my favorite character of the show. She's stealing every single scene she's in. She's amazing.
She's beyond amazing. I loved it. She went to where we saw before when she closed that Manila folder 2 or 3 episodes ago. That she went there, knew that dude was a Skrull, and showed the guards there that once he got shot, he turned. So it was that, and then it was this going into where the scientists were, and then you can read the dialogue. I have it up here just because I thought it was funny and I enjoyed it. But yeah, she's stealing every single scene. She's in another one, and you can feel how empty last episode felt without her.
You did. We did definitely miss her in the last episode. I hope she didn't have any scenes that were cut because she's amazing. And yes, Ed Fries is on fire. Sonya Falsworth, who I did mention in the first review we did. Falsworth is one of the names that Captain America and his Legion in the first movie was one of the characters' last names. So I wonder if there's any correlation.
Okay. Again, more purple and green. She acts like she hates the Skrulls, very much so in all these scenes, and she kills Skrulls, and she's fine killing Skrulls and revealing their plans and stopping them. But she also doesn't really respond to a question. I wish I would have written it down. Where she's asked about something about relation to her and being a Skrull, and she skates around it.
Okay.
But again, it could just be planted in there to make the audience think
Yeah.
and not give us a definitive answer.
I can see that. There is one thing. So when we got WandaVision, we're getting a spinoff with Agatha. She was such a great character. Listen, you heard it here first. I'm putting it out there. I would love to see a Sonya Falsworth, Olivia Colman spinoff. She's that good right now.
She totally is. I 100% believe that. I could just see her doing like a daily show, have her own Seinfeld, make it about absolutely nothing, make it cheap as possible, just so she can spit off stuff like she did in this episode.
Yeah, she's on.
Ed Fries, check out check Ed Fries. How about this? After this airs, why don't you put a link to your review down in the comments below, and we can all check it out and hopefully catch you live as well. Thanks for joining. We'd love to join your review as well, just in the comments because you're killing it.
Definitely. Thanks for checking us out, man.
Here we go, Knock. Easter egg time. Continuation of the MCU.
Yes, sir. I was happy about this because he didn't have a big role in Black Widow, but he was deemed this guy, no name, just comes out of blue with anything you want. A liaison, a connoisseur, someone who helps the spies. He was great relationship with Natasha Romanoff, and of course, it's cool to see him with Nick Fury. Not so friendly relationship with Nick Fury though.
Very true. I think it's because Natasha is kind of like Maria Hill, always been put in danger because of Nick Fury, and I think he's one of those people that, like she says in this, right after the scene, at the end of the movie, she has blonde hair, and she says, "You've always been a good friend to me," something along those lines, if I remember that movie correctly. And it just goes to show that in the spy world, our friends are close-knit things, and like Maria Hill's mom felt, it's once again, everyone suffers because of Nick Fury.
It's not all on him, but it's true.
I know it's not. I'm on Nick's side. I mean, without him, we'd be done.
But I love the Black Widow movie, so I'm glad I included him in this and get him some shine.
Oh, and there's more. I got another slide coming. More Black Widow stuff. This is the third or fourth Black Widow reference that we've
Actually,
had
you know
this
what? They've
series.
mentioned
So
Black Widow a lot because there's this guy. They keep bringing up the Skrulls helping out with what's my guy, the Red Room.
I forgot his name, but I know what
Yeah,
you're talking about.
that awful person.
Awful, awful. And it comes back right here because Nick Fury,
Dreykov.
going full whiteface over here, goes through the airport with his new passport and
Yes,
everything like
Dreykov.
that, and then pulls off the widow's veil. That's what Olivia Colman talks about here. Sonya talks about the widow's veil. Again, another Black Widow reference. That's 2 in this episode, and about 6 total, 6 or 7 total this series.
You know, that's a great point because again, I think the one time we seen the Widow's Veil with Natasha was what was it? Winter Soldier, Captain America.
Yeah.
Which I was,
More good stuff in between here, but go
we're
ahead.
talking about movies, talking about shows. I'm throwing another reference in that. It on the Agents of Shield, the whole panel of people they have there, the woman
Yeah.
that's on there, she's from The Handmaid's Tale. Great show. I wanted to watch it without my girlfriend, but it's a great show, so definitely check it out. Not
Okay.
Handmaid's Tale. What's it called? What's it called? Call the Midwife. Sorry, Call the Midwife. That one.
Oh, never heard of
Yeah,
that. Okay.
it's actually really good. I
All right.
must admit.
I'll look it up when I'm not too busy watching Below Deck on Bravo. All right, the dad from White Chicks gets into the car with Olivia Colman. They
Oh
start
gosh.
discussing stuff, and I'm sorry, but I kind of like this makes me laugh. I'm old enough where it doesn't bother me. But anyways, this is a more good conversation. Again, if you saw the red or purple carpet that they had, you can find pictures online. These two got along so well. It's like they've been friends all their lives.
Yeah,
I
that's what I'm
wonder how
saying.
good this was on set.
Yeah, like there has to be something backstory between these two because there's so much, and I love that like in these small scenes we get with them. That maybe it's been what 2 or 3 scenes with these two. You just sense the history. They're translating the history to us in such small amount of time, which is crazy.
Exactly. Yeah, this is what you say, 37 episodes ish. This episode, so you're correct on
Yeah,
that.
37, about 37.
So a small amount of time, but then just here, I'll just read it off here. Nearly every Avenger spilled blood that we saw from the battle with Thanos, and it's Infinite. Well, the last 2 Avengers movies, basically, they're grabbing stuff from. Even Carol Danvers, that got name dropped. In Aftermath, some were even able to collect DNA. Him and Gravik, I assume, and then the ability to blend in. I'm assuming that's just talking about the Skrulls, or could I be wrong and they're leading into someone else?
I now they keep making these Black Widow references, and they're making little hints like this. I think they're talking about somebody else, and I might throw it out there. It might be a shot in the dark, shot in the blue. I think we'll see my girl Florence Pugh make an appearance.
Wow, someone's got it. He called someone at the end, which we'll talk about, but it has to be. I'm sorry, I need
That's gonna be
something
my guess.
big.
It's gonna be he can't call an Avenger. He said we have to do this without the heroes. I think call Florence Pugh up, see what she's doing. I know he can't call Hawkeye. I know he had his accident. Let us know if you
Sure.
guys got any guesses who it might be.
Yeah. It. So at first, I'm thinking it's just a skull reference, and
It
again,
probably is, but I want to just have some fun with it just in case.
exactly. I like having fun with it more so because this is my issue with this show. It does this where you think it's just a reference, but it tries to be coy, so it still seems like mystery and a whodunit kind of like a spy caper thing.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't know how to walk the line enough to have me guessing, or where they don't know how to explain everything to me. I don't think I'm too simple of an idiot. Like I'm around there, but I don't think I'm too simple of a person to like not get things. I think things aren't being spelt out enough because I think there's a bunch of rewrites that happen with the script. And I do believe that some of this stuff at the very end of the last 2 episodes were retooled from the script to suit what's going on in not just Armor Wars, but what's going to happen in the next Captain America movie, Brave New World, and
Yeah.
also in the Thunderbolts. All this stuff is going to tie together, especially Harrison Ford in Captain America, Brave New World, and Thunderbolts as Thunderbolt Ross. So
Yeah, that's gonna be cool to see him play that character. I mean, he fits the part. I think.
yeah. So that's my rant on that, and me not understanding what maybe I'm supposed to understand, but this is it. This is it. You ever get these little 5-hour energy drinks here? Nick Fury has them stashed away in one of his many grave sites that we learn about.
Yeah. Man, imagine stumbling upon that some freaking Captain Marvel blood or whatever's in there, DNA.
This is another okay. This is another thing I don't get. Let's just say you, Gravik, a chain gang of people picking up after the Avengers after the war, picking up DNA. why is it all in one? Why do we have a
Go to
cocktail
mix it
of
all in there.
Avengers DNA? Like,
Yeah,
why
you're
aren't
gonna get
these
an
separate
abomination.
things? And exactly, we're gonna get Abomination who talks and wants to better himself, and She-Hulk. I don't know, but that's my one nitpick on here. If he wants the whole, was it the plan all along to make one big ultimate super soldier serum?
I
And
thought they
is
already
that
had
it?
the Super Scroll with the the other doctor who made that the lab and everything. Now I don't know where this is going. I honestly don't know what this leads to. I'm a big fan of Super Scroll from the comics and then from the cartoons I've seen. And speaking of your whole cleanup crew thing, it reminded me of the Justice League episode where they had Booster Gold and everyone cleaning up after the main stars of the Justice League destroyed the city.
Oh, that's supposed to be a spin-off show on ABC, but Agents of Shields went under Inhumans bomb, so then they stopped it. But it was supposed to be the cleanup crew that was
You know what?
contracted in
That sounds familiar.
Spider-Man: Homecoming. That
Yeah.
that cleanup crew was supposed to be a series of its own.
Damage Control.
Yes.
Yeah, they were also in Miss Marvel. I think someone. Yeah, Miss Marvel was definitely something you should check out. Black Galaxy is how do you rank the MCU shows? Miss Marvel is like up there for. I think it's top three. It was really good.
Oh, for shows, WandaVision or
Yeah, WandaVision up there. I got Miss Marvel, WandaVision, probably Loki.
oh, Miss Marvel. Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry, I'm thinking of the Marvels. Yes, you're right. I do like that. That's actually, if you didn't know, that is going to be one of the fillers that ABC uses with the strike going on. Ms. Marvel will be on, I do believe, Sundays on regular ABC
That's
television.
cool. I think more people should definitely check that show out. It's really, really good, man. They did such a good job. I just hate the reason they're breaking it to TV.
I know. Expect a lot more, but it's going to be tying. And if you didn't know, Ms. Marvel is brought back already in the comics because the X Men brought her back with a new mutant heart. So now she is an actual mutant. She'll be tied into the mutants that exist in the MCU. And yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
some of these comic rewrites and try to change the history with that. Like, you didn't need to kill her off.
no, I know she was originally supposed to be a Marvel, but I mean, whatever. An X Men, but it is what it is. She wasn't a human. If it is the Invisible Woman, I think that's very cool. I would like to know about a payoff in here rather than a callback. Fantastic Four is getting delayed even in casting. That's not going to hit theaters, I don't think, until 2026.
It's just breaking my heart, man. How much is getting pushed back. I have to wait for. I think I don't know if it's been denied or like rumor killed, but I thought Vanessa Kirby was in the talks for Miss Marvel.
She is. I think she's the last one, and that was days before the writer's strike. So I do believe
Uh,
you're right. And Liv Tyler is coming back. I can't wait for that either. That's a nice one.
yeah, yeah, that's good. That's gonna be a good one. I'm gonna see. It'll be weird see it having her with Mark Ruffalo if that they ever try to re-engage that one as opposed to Ed Norton back in the day.
You know they're gonna make a comment like, "Did you do something? Did you do something different with your hair?"
Yeah,
They're gonna
they
say
always
that.
do.
Yeah, that's fine. But then we get this. I mean, like, I know storage is an issue here with apartments in LA because they're so small. You have so much extra cubby space, and you have storage for an eye patch. Then you got a whole other storage for a gun, and then you have a whole other storage for one jacket. Like, this man is living good wherever he's living. I'm wondering, like,
I
how
wonder
do I
what
get
that
this?
director of Shield paycheck was because this man
Right.
has access everywhere, and
You got
some of those doors for the cubby didn't look all that sturdy, man. I think I could have popped that open.
the right. This is one of many Nick Fury hiding spaces, but then he leaves. We get the shot at the very end. He's on the phone. It's time to end this. Let me just get to the next slide because I do believe that's where I have some guesses here coming in.
While you get to the next slide, I just want to jump in. I just thought of something. So the scene with Amelia Clark and Nick Fury's wife, when she's
Mhm.
talking about like, oh, Nick Fury loves privacy, security, and then like light or whatever. I was thinking, okay, so this house she's in that she wants to stay in is like bulletproof. There's something crazy going on, some type of shield, all that type of stuff. And as the next scene, they're already breaking in, gutting them down, about to get shot in the kitchen. I was like, where's the security at?
Right? I pass the time with a lot of
I meant to point that
HGTV.
out.
Just during that whole scene, I'm like, if you're looking at this house, I don't know. Yeah, nothing was safe. This is not Nick Fury's house. This is no. I got you. No bulletproof windows, like whatever. All right, but this is the scene here. Who is Nick Fury talking to? Is it someone who's going to be in the Marvels? Is it going to be Quake? Is it going to be someone else from Agents of Shield? There are many rumors in there. I'm just going to throw all this out at once, knock, and then you can just hit us all up here with what your responses are. Again, the Super Serial Soul Gem is, I can't talk, but the Avengers DNA, that, and I do believe, is more stuff that has been rewritten to accommodate the next 3 Marvel movies, especially the Thunderbolts. And the other rumor or thing that I've seen tossed around is this vial is how they make Century in the MCU.
I can see that too. A lot of possibilities here.
So who do you,
I'm
first off,
really
who do you
hoping to
think he's
see.
calling?
I'm really hoping to see Sky. I mean, if Nick was the direct, he was on Agents of Shield for a few episodes as well, or Daisy, because she was a good character. I really liked Agents of Shield, and I really love to see them not just forget about them, bring them back. So that'd be really cool. I know she was filming for like Powerpuff Girls, but she left because of all the just wasn't being done properly. So she
Yeah,
had
that's
time, so
canceled.
maybe she can jump on this.
I hope so. I honestly, I know I need a big payoff, someone, like an Avenger, but also if it is someone to finish an arc from Agents of Shield, I think I'll be all right with that as well.
Yeah, I'd take it because I don't think it's her though because he did mention the no superheroes, no heroes. But I don't know if she counts as one of the big heroes, even though she has powers. We'll see, but I do hope it's someone to pay it off.
Ed Fries with a good one. What if it's Coulson? We brought him back before. Yeah, he's been rumored, and
Ooh. You know what? I'm glad you brought that up because if you watch Agents of Shield, the way they brought Coulson back made the timing of it made no sense. If you watch Avengers to watch Agents of Shield for the real reason they brought him back. I'm not going to spoil it in case anyone does want to watch it, but it makes me think. Where was that health insurance, that backup plan for Maria Hill? Did she not have a secret? Oh, we can get her off here, get her injected with something to bring her back.
good point. Very good point.
I guess she signed up for that health insurance package.
No. All right, let us know who you think is going to be called in to save. I don't say save the series, but save the season finale and help Nick Fury and defeat the Skrulls. We do see in some images that were released, Nick Fury does face Gravik as a Super Skrull.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting because Gravik, who is, I'm guessing, this MCU version of the Super Skrull that I enjoyed from the comics and from the cartoons. Nick Fury should have the means to beat him.
Exactly. All right, just to cover some other stuff here before we head out. This is good. I never watched Peggy Carter. Did you?
So I watched the first few episodes. It was all right. It wasn't too crazy, but it was pretty good.
Okay, so I didn't know the ending about this, where she gets rid of Steve's vial of blood, and it makes everything everything put in perspective on this when you read this about how sloppy Nick Fury is with keeping a vial of everyone's DNA, not just Steve Rogers. But you think it's just kind of a thing to just kind of brush off, or
It's just I think it goes to show that the character of Nick Fury, where like he is for the greater good, but the way he goes about it isn't always the best, and it
yeah,
plays into how he is in the comics and how his character is because he will try to weaponize anything.
that is true. And this, why are we why are we still getting this? Is it just like rub it in people's faces, or is it like, if she been in the background that we don't know about? Is she like playing one of these scrolls? Like, this has been popping up in every episode after she passed in the
I
first one.
Yup, I've been meaning to bring it up because I kept seeing it, and it's like it's right there by itself, special in the middle. Maybe she's back. Ed Fries, you've been killing it this stream. Agent Carter's underrated. Yeah, I did want to finish Agent Carter. I never got to finish it because I think like I watched it on TV and I had no way of keeping. I just kept missing episodes. I have no way of keep watching them back at the time. I know it's on Disney Plus now. I'll eventually get back to it. It was the
Okay.
episodes I saw was pretty good.
Ed Fries hooking us up with the information there. She's shown on TV. Why didn't I even think about this? We're in Hollywood. We're dealing with people being shown in reruns and everything like that. I didn't even think about it. Good job, Ed Fries.
But yeah, I think that's about it. A
Last
score
thing.
time.
Hold on. One thing. What do you think? Yes or no? I know the actress is someone totally different, and the character that she plays, Skrull
Ooh,
name, is an actual Skrull in the comics. So I'm going to debunk this one myself, but I think she's just a random scroll that will come to the aid of Gravik at the end of the episode.
Yeah,
Next
I do hope they do a proper reveal for Rhodey. Like he's been killing it, played loose with it. So I hope there's a nice reveal for whoever it is, and like a good way to go out.
Yeah. All right, what do you give it now?
This one I know. I think the episode's gotten better. Like I loved how it started off intense. Just watching it, it was a good episode. Um, quick shout out to General Talos, man. Now all these scrolls in that compound are gonna miss him because Gravik is a nutcase. But I'm gonna give this one like a 3.5 out of 5. I did say it was my favorite, but going back to back with a short episode right before the finale, good scenes. I just needed more. I just need more.
All right, I'm going to give this one a 3.4. Again, I just needed more as well, but I also just needed more clarification and more like it doesn't feel like next week's the finale, and I think that's my biggest issue with this. I'm not mojo rallied. I'm not hyped up. So that's what I want to be. I just want to be more hyped up for the finale, and this just makes it seem like we have 2 or 3 more episodes left. That is my issue with this, and it also my issue. This episode shows, I think, how frustrated some viewers are with it because it is very good, great scenes, unbelievable acting, especially with Don Cheadle, Emil Clark, and Coleman, because it also doesn't know how to balance the whodunit, the spy thing, with telling the story of Secret Invasion moving. It's frustrating. I don't know how to say it, but if you get it, let me know in the comments.
Yeah, let us know in the comments, man. Definitely leave some chats. We got Ed Fries in the chat, 6.75 out of 10. Has good scenes, but felt like so much like filler.
Yeah. All right, and Mr. Allpower, 5 episodes in, we have to admit AI intro is lazy. I'm still skipping it, Knock.
Oh yeah, I have no reason to watch it, and it sucks too because I do like some interest for shows, and yeah, this one's not good. I don't even like the theme really that much.
I don't either. All right, that's it. That's it, Knock. That's episode number 5.
All right, man. Episode 5 is out. Another MCU show. We're gonna have a full season review next week for the finale. I know Zach has some more Easter eggs coming. Wednesday, we're going live Wednesday, man, for the finale. Very excited to check it out with you guys. Thank you, everybody, jumping in the chat, man. Really appreciate you guys. Zach, any final words?
Just keep commenting. Let us know, Ed Fries, again after this goes off the air. Put a comment in the comments with a link to your review of it so everyone can check that out as well. Thank you all for being in the chats, and let us know what you want to see from the channel because we're ready to go pretty soon. We're ready to jump back into it.
Really appreciate all you guys, man. We'll see you next week. West Coast Pop. Peace out, y'all.